The movie opens with a giant python named Kaa, who lives in the jungles of India. One day, Kaa sees Shere Khan, a sadistic Bengal tiger, breaking the law of the jungle by killing a human family living in the jungle. The panther Bagheera discovers a human child in the jungle who had managed to evade Shere Khan's sight. Bagheera then lifts the child and takes him to a family of Indian wolves. The wolves, Nisha and Vihan, liked the child and decided to adopt him. At the same time, a hyena arrives there, whose name is Tabaqui, and Tabaqui is Shere Khan's servant. Tabaqui asked them to give the human child to Shere Khan, but they refused and drove him away. Nisha and Vihan bring the human child to their chief Akela, expressing their desire to adopt the child. At the same time, Shere Khan arrives with Tabaqui and requests the human child from the wolves. Chief Akela firmly informs Shere Khan that the human child is now a part of their pack and vows to safeguard the child for the rest of his life. There are more wolves, so Shere Khan leaves from there. After a few years, the human child grows up, and they name him Mowgli. Mowgli goes hunting with Bagheera, and Bagheera hunts a deer there. Mowgli and the little wolves are trained by a bear named Baloo. Mowgli always sits on the hill and watches the human village, but he is strictly forbidden from going there. At the same time, his best friend Boot comes to him, who is a wolf, but he does not look like a wolf at all. Baloo initiates a race between Mowgli and the other wolves, but in the middle of the way, Mowgli gets tired, stops, and starts drinking water. Meanwhile, a monkey shows Mowgli a mango, and Mowgli goes to the monkey, but Baloo stops him and forbids him to go near the monkeys. On the way, both of them see a bull dead. Baloo rushes to Akela and tells him about the dead bull. All the wolves think that Shere Khan has returned and taunt Akela to give shelter to Mowgli. Akela calls Baloo and tells him to train Mowgli very hard so that he can fight Shere Khan. The next day, Baloo trains Mowgli very hard and teaches him how to jump over trees. Mowgli finished his training and went to bathe in the pond. Meanwhile, Shere Khan arrived there. Shere Khan sees Mowgli in the water and goes away and waits for Mowgli to come out of pond. Mowgli quickly comes out of the pond and runs towards his home, and Shere Khan also follows him. Meanwhile, Mowgli falls into a trap set by the villagers to capture Shere Khan. Meanwhile, an elephant arrives there and rescues Mowgli from the trap. At night, Mowgli sees a white hunter named John and is called by the villagers to hunt a tiger. Meanwhile, Mowgli sees Tabaqui there, whose tail gets inflamed. Mowgli asks Tabaqui what was that thing that scared you so much. Tabaqui tells Mowgli that that thing is fire, which is faster and hotter than the sun. The following day, all the wolves gathered to witness the race. The winner would earn a place in the wolf pack and join them on future hunting expeditions. The race starts. Mowgli and the other wolves start running. Mowgli leaves all the other wolves behind and is about to reach his destination when Bagheera grabs him and deliberately prevents him from winning. Mowgli leaves in anger, and Baloo and Bagheera fight over it. Meanwhile, Bhoot comes to them and informs them that Mowgli is taken away by monkeys. The monkeys bring Mowgli to Shere Khan. Then Baloo and Bagheera also arrive and start fighting with the monkeys. Shere Khan is about to kill Mowgli when Kaa arrives there and saves the three of them from Shere Khan. The next day, Mowgli comes to Kaa and asks, "Why did you save me?" Kaa tells him, "One day you will fight and speak, and the whole jungle will listen." Akela goes hunting with his herd, but he is not able to catch prey due to his old age. Shere Khan goes to the wolves because Akela could not catch the prey. There is a custom among wolves that if a wolves' chief fails to catch prey, any wolf can challenge and defeat him to become the new chief. Then some wolves fight with Akela, and as a result, he gets injured. Mowgli arrives at the scene and sees Shere Khan there. He quickly goes to the village of humans, picks up a piece of wood that is on fire. Mowgli scares the wolves and Shere Khan away with fire and saves Akela's life. Akela becomes angry with Mowgli because he broke the law of the jungle by bringing a human object into the jungle. Akela then asks Mowgli to leave. Mowgli then goes to the village of humans and mingles with them. A few days later, Mowgli's wolf brother Gray meets him and informs him that Shere Khan has taken over the entire jungle, with more than half of the wolves siding with Shere Khan. Gray asks Mowgli for help, but Mowgli refuses to assist him. At night, John drinks a lot, so Mowgli comes to drop him home. Then Mowgli finds an elephant's tusk and some dead animals in his house, and among them is his dear friend Bhoot. Mowgli cries a lot seeing his friend dead and plans to take revenge on Shere Khan and John. The next day, Mowgli takes the elephant's tusk from John's house and returns to the elephant, telling him, "If you join me in killing Shere Khan, I will lead you to the White Hunter." Then, Mowgli meets Baloo and Bagheera and Akela and asks them for help in killing Shere Khan, but Akela refuses to support him as it is against the law of the jungle. Then Mowgli calls out to Shere Khan. Shere Khan comes to kill Mowgli thinking he is alone. Then Mowgli calls the elephants and the elephants fight with Shere Khan, and Mowgli also stabs Shere Khan. Mowgli and Shere Khan have a great fight. Then Mowgli climbs a tree to escape from Shere Khan. Shere Khan then gets stuck in the tree and Mowgli comes down from the tree and stabs Shere Khan in the stomach. Then John shoots at Shere Khan but misses. Then Shere Khan starts running from there and Mowgli also chases him, but Mowgli is hit by John's bullet. Shere Khan sees Mowgli injured and comes to kill him. Then Akela comes and attacks Shere Khan. At the same time, John also fires a shot which hits Akela. The elephant attacks John to take revenge for his tooth and kills him. Bagheera and Baloo and other wolves reach there and are sad to see their chief dead. Mowgli kills Shere Khan and becomes the chief of the jungle, and the movie ends here.